Just venting today, yo. I wanted to come and tell y'all a story, right? So listen, you already know, right? I want y'all to know this. In this lifetime, you can be a person who has the sympathy, the empathy, all of that, right? It's important. We human beings, and it's important to have to show people sympathy and empathy and all of that. But you can show it in a way where you're not getting wrapped into everything, like that's becoming and happening to that person. So I have this individual that not even really just a friend of mine, but there's somebody who I know. And I was just like thinking about them today, like what's going on with them? I ain't heard from them in a few months. So I sent them a text message. I'm just like, hey, just checking on you, trying to see how you doing? They text me back and it was just like, oh, little stressed out right now or whatever. It was like, no, how you doing? Thanks for reaching out, whatever. It was immediately, oh, I'm stressed out, whatever, right? So it goes into this thing about I need $500 to pay my rent, to pay my rent, right? And I'm just like, wow. So, I was just like, let's screw this texting. Let me reach out to this person and see what I going on. You know what I'm saying? What I going on. Let me check up on them and see what's really good, because dang, you need 500. I knew I wasn't giving it though. All my people who got the good heart, you need to pay attention to everything that I'm saying. I called them. I was concerned, but I knew I wasn't giving it though. That's the problem. You get too wrapped in, but we can still be there for people. We can still be a listening ear. So I said, let me call up on the phone and see what's really going on. The individual said that, listen, I had surgery back in January, and I've been out of work. I go back to work tomorrow. So conveniently, me randomly texting you going back to work tomorrow, and you need $500 to pay your rent from March. The rent is about to come up for April too. So, I'm jumping through hoops trying to tell them, like, listen, I wish I had the money to give to you. I don't have the money. And I did have the money. I do have the money. But the thing about it is you have to realize, especially with adults, you have to let adults be adults. Now, if you the type of person, your style is to give people whatever it is that they ask for, and you let them put you in that corner. Listen, I understand. And I'm 42 years old. I've done a lot of nice and amazing things for people. But it reaches a point where people have to figure it out on their own. So let me tell you what I've had to do before. I remember before when I moved to Houston and I was being trifling, spending up money, swiping cards, maxing out credit cards, and I had to pay my rent. You know what I did? I didn't phone home like ET to my mama and like, Mom, could you send me XYZ? I didn't do that. You know what I did? I did whatever I had to do to get it. I took payday loans out, closed the bank accounts, I had to do what I had to do. So I'm telling this individual, I'm like, yo, I don't got it, but I remember when I was down and out, can you get a payday loan? Can you, do what you got to do to pay your rent? This person was maxed out on everything. They maxed out all these payday loans in the city of Houston. So they all maxed out. They can't go to no companies. They said their credit score dropped. And then, me, I'm using this as a last resort. I'm like, have you reached out to your 401k? Because let me give you, just a little secret on that. I remember years ago when I used to mess my money up, I would wait literally sometimes for like, and I'm being fully transparent here. This is like when I first moved and I was messing money up, right? And I wasn't even making the money that I make now. But I would blatantly wait to get like a past due notice from my apartment complex where they would say the next step is eviction. As soon as you get that, your 401k will let you take out a hardship loan. And I would do that and be able to pay my rent and just always be good. I'd be like, I'm always going to be good. Like, it don't matter what's going on. I'm always going to be good. Don't matter, right? So I asked them that. I said, can you take out a loan with your 401k? And then it was some swindle story there too. Oh, my 401k, they don't even have my real address on file. They got my mother's address on file. And I had my sister write me a fake note for 2 weeks ago. And I got like $200 from them. And I said, you only had $200 in your 401k? You knew your rent was due and April was due too. So why didn't you ask for more? Your 401k, they will only let you borrow up to 50% of your available vested funds, right? They will only let you borrow 50%. So they was like, only thing I have is $92. It's just like, it just was weird, right? And the more that the situation, and you might think that listen, me and this person communicate as associates. We're not even, I'll be honest with you, we're not even friends. If this was a friend, I probably wouldn't be talking about this, in this matter. But the moral of the story is that don't involve yourself into matters with people and getting all involved in their financial affairs. Let people figure it out. I'm telling you, I'm a grown man. I had to figure some things out. So every type of like, approach that I was trying to offer up this person, you can't get no loan, your credit is messed up. I tried to tell you about getting a hardship withdrawal through your 401k. If you get an eviction notice, you can take out whatever balance and you probably could pay your rent for the next month too. They already maxed out the 401k and did some swindle behind the scenes. How you don't got your address on your 401k and it goes through your paycheck? That's just whack to me. So once I started chipping away at this person, I said, you a problem. That's why we never even fully gelled completely. But I still have a good heart, right? You can have a good heart from afar and care for a person and be like, oh, what's up with so-and-so? Let me see what's going on. I hit you with some downtrodden story. And listen, we all come up on hard times. I know what it is, but this is why I got credit cards for emergencies. I don't know if tomorrow, I might have an old something that might wipe my account out and I still got 10,000, 15,000 credit to lean on to pay my bills in case I need to switch up an account and do whatever. I make sure that I'm comfortable and that I like have that type of safety net in case anything happens. You understand? This person is like 46, 47 years old. I'm 42. You should have been learned, So, after jumping through all these hoops and you can't get a loan, you can't do a payday loan, you can't take no money out your 401k because you know that you got all this money due, but you only took $200 out as a hardship and you had your sister sign off. Listen, I don't know what you're going to do, but you better figure it out. And you will figure it out because we too grown. And how suddenly you going back to work tomorrow? You going back to work tomorrow when I all of a sudden reached out to you today and you're going back to work tomorrow after surgery? Nah, it sounds like you was trying to see if you can get $500 from me, and that just wasn't going to work. I don't know if you doing drugs and now rent was due and you got caught up in the tizzy, because listen, when I used to smoke weed, people don't look at weed as like, a drug, like, the cocaines and, the heroins and all of that, right? But it is an addiction. And when I used to smoke it, I wanted it all the time, right? So I don't know what this person is doing and what they're on, but I just know that I had sympathy for them. I told them I would continue to look to see if I could find any resources for them. You want to know how I helped this individual before too? This is the type of things you help a person with. I remember they was like, my car is broke down. I had this dope mechanic who does amazing work. I linked them up with them, like, get your work done, whatever. Taught them, like, listen, when you need a mechanic and you in Houston, search Houston, Craigslist, and look for a mechanic. Hopefully they have some sort of reviews and Instagram or something that you can, compare and see like different stories or look at their work. That's the most that you can wish for. I help people with advice. You enrich people with advice and resources. Enriching somebody and helping people out is not always about money, because people will throw you for a loop. If I gave you $500 today based on your shortcomings in the now or whatever, I probably wouldn't get that back. But let me tell you when it is appropriate. If my niece or somebody who was close to me and they was my family and they needed the money, I would take more of a risk and give it to them, wondering if I'm going to get it back or not, but I would have did it. This person is not in my personal friend circle or anything. It's a person who I associate with, and I'll be like, oh, you just have a random thought like, what happened to so-and-so? Reach out, hey, what's up? Hope everything is well. Then you send me back this heavy message. You dumped it on me. You ain't even be like, yo, what's good? What's going on? You just dumped it on me. Dumped it. You need the $500. And then even in the message, they was like, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I don't know why you was telling me either, because you wasn't getting the money from me. You wasn't getting the money from me, but I'm going to listen and I'm going to offer you resources. I want people who are tired of being used, people who are tired of being taken advantage of, being used and feeling like you have to give. They don't know what you got. I'm like, damn, I just paid all my credit card bills. So imagine, like, my nieces call me, they need something, they get it. My family call, they need something, they get it. I take the risk of not getting it back. To a person, you have to like understand and mitigate the circumstances of the situation. You really have to do that. Stop giving out your money to people who got a sob story. They're going to tell somebody else that sob story too, and then it's going to continue. No, let them figure it out. They're adults. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, thumbs up the video, get in the comments, just venting today. I really want you to subscribe to this channel too. I'm trying to get monetized, so check it out and stop allowing yourself to be used by every person with a sob story. Listen, my heart went out to them. Oh, you can't pay your rent, you ain't pay it for March. Damn, we almost in April. April gonna be due too. You gotta figure it out. You getting short-term disability, you like your check is messed up, this and that. Listen, baby, I want to say this respectfully. It's not my problem. It ain't my problem. And I want you to stop taking on people's issues as your problem. It's not your problem. You can be compassionate and say, I'm so sorry that you're going through that. I wish that I could help you. Right? Just paid all my bills. But stop doling out them dollar bills. Listen, I'm up out of here. Subscribe. Peace.